Hey guys, welcome back. It's Philly Pre, and I'm back again with another K-drama review. So, I was supposed to finish this one yesterday, but I had like 20 minutes left and I was just tired, so I finished it today. Long story short, this drama review is for Startup. It's on Netflix, 16 episodes. Um, and I'm just jump right in because I feel like my opinion about this drama is definitely going to be an unpopular opinion. So, definitely, yeah, it's just probably going to be unpopular opinion. So, the drama starts off, it's like, this boy released from like orphanage, he's 18, but he has this money, he meets this Harmony, and she kind of takes him in, but then he thinks she did something wrong to him, and he like treats her bad, but she realizes, she just sees that he's like a good kid and it's just his circumstances, so she doesn't take it personal, and whatever. But when he decides to like go on his way, she basically says, if you ever need me, if things aren't going well, come find me, but if you're doing fine, don't look for me. Okay, so let's fast forward. Oh, can't forget this part. So she had him do these like little pen pal letter like things to her granddaughter, who her name was Dalmi. And so she had him like do these letters because she was like, she don't have any friends, and and he was like, well, I don't want to use my name. So they end up using this name that was in like a newspaper article or it was on TV or something, and the name was Dosan. And it was like a little boy who was winning like this prestigious award, and he was up there with his like family, his mom and dad receiving an award. So they used that name and wrote these letters, and she was so ecstatic, and basically these letters became like her first love, even though she never met the person in person. So let's fast forward. A lot of bad things happened. Her mom was a trip, her sister was a trip, so they like leave the dad and go off on, to be, her mother like minds this other man, he got money, whatever. She stays with her dad because she trusts in her dad, but her dad dies. So sad story. We fast forward, she's grown. She's living with her grandmom, and her grandma sells like the corn dogs like she always did, and her mom and her sister are well to do, but just because sometimes money ain't everything. Let's just say that, because it definitely wasn't in that situation, I feel like. So some things start happening, and she decides she needs to find Dosan, the person who wrote these letters. And the guy who actually wrote the letters, the grandma was like, you gotta find him, because they end up getting in contact with each other, even though she said, only look for me if something's wrong. So, she's like, you gotta find him. Da, 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 da. He was like, he's hard to find. She's not gonna find him. I'm like, we don't have anything to be concerned about. But of course, drama, she finds him. So I'm gonna skip this part. She finds him. The grandmother's like, you gotta intervene. She can't find out what we did with these letters. He intervenes. He tells the guy, read these letters, pretend to be me, but you, weird stuff. So, well, no, whatever. And so the guy does, but he's like an awkward, like geeky type guy, which is not wrong with a geek, but geeky type guy. And he's highly intelligent, but he lacks just certain common sense, and just, yeah, he just lacks some common sense, I feel like. So he's very awkward in doing this and whatever. But it works out. But he ends up liking her. So now we got this love triangle. He ends up liking her, even though he's not who he's saying he is. The guy who actually wrote the letters keeps saying he doesn't like her, but you do. His name was Ji Pyong, Han Ji Pyong. You like her, but you tell the grandmom you don't. So it kind of creates this weird circle of, you actually wrote the letters, so you're the one she fell in love with, but you're pretending to be the guy that wrote the letters because your name is the actual literal name that they used for the guy who wrote the letters. And now she's falling for you. It was just crazy. So, but the guy who didn't write the letters but was pretending, he was like doing his starter company, and he had 3 friends. I can't, Chulsan, it was Dosan, Chulsan, and something else san. Anyway, so all that to say, she falls for Dosan. And when things get, I'm just fast forwarding over all of this. Now, Chulsan was my boy. I gotta tell you, I'll get to him in a minute. The other guy, he was a little weird, and I kept saying it was something about him, and it definitely was, because, he thought Director Han was instrumental in helping his brother commit suicide, and he was problematic. And then Dosan to me became problematic. This is where I feel like my opinion is not what other people may have thought. I feel like Dosan became a problematic because you don't want Director Han's help because you realize that he actually likes her, but now you like her, and you kind of want to tell the truth now and come clean so that she could really love you for you. Because when you asked her why does she like you, 2 of the reasons had to do with the letters, and you didn't write the letters, and you was like, I won't say jealous of Director Han, but you felt like he had an edge on you because he actually wrote the letters. And so you didn't want his help. You treated him mean. Yeah, he was very cut and dry. And when he talked about business, he would hurt your feelings. But I felt like he was doing it because it was like tough love, and that's just how he was. So you messing up stuff within your company that could be going good and potentially go well, and you don't consult him as your mentor, because he ends up being a mentor for this startup company. Y'all all work there, even Dalmay. That's how it ends up. And so y'all sign this contract because, again, you don't want plan B, because plan B is Director Han helping y'all. But that was that male ego crap, and it basically made you have to leave for 3 years. So you sign this contract, so you got to go to Silicon Valley, and you got to work in the U.S., and your contract's for 3 years. And she Dalmay ends up working for her, applies to work at her sister's startup company, which ends up actually going well for her. But in the beginning, it was kind of like, is this a good idea? Whatever. But this is where my issue is, because I'm all over the place rambling about small things that happen in a drama. And if you watched it, you already know this stuff. But I didn't want her to be with Dosan. Now, don't get me wrong. When Dosan came back from being in Silicon Valley, he was looking like a little snack. He definitely had a little upgrade going on. But I would have rather she didn't be with anybody. And I know that's unrealistic, but I felt like this love triangle, the writers did Director Han dirty. I feel like the writers really did his character dirty, because he wrote those letters. He was the one that she was talking to all those years, for back and forth, 15, however many years ago. And when it got found out that he wrote the letters and Dosan didn't, yeah, she had been spending time with Dosan and thought he wrote the letters, so she had kind of fell for him. But Director Han was never really given the time of day. It was never acknowledged hey, to me, this is just my personal opinion, I feel like the writers didn't allow it to be a moment where maybe she considered Director Han, since he was actually the one who wrote the letters. It was all Dosan. And Dosan didn't write the goddamn letters. So I felt some type of way about that. And Dosan, I wasn't feeling it. And you was rude, and you was cocky, and I ain't like you. And yeah, she liked you, and I felt like Director Han needed more of a chance. And I also felt like the writers did Director Han dirty, because when Dosan was gone for 3 years in the U.S., why y'all ain't let him make his play then? Y'all just let him be the little friend. Y'all just kept him friend zoned, and visiting the grandmom's house, help cook, and getting banchan and this and that. Really? And then all of a sudden, when Dosan comes back, y'all write it so that Director Han goes and buys her a piece of jewelry, and he's ready to say how he feels. Y'all play his character. Actually, y'all, I like him though. He played his part very well. But anyway, I ain't appreciate that. Like, why y'all write him? Why y'all write his character like that? Y'all ain't give him a chance. Then y'all didn't even add like maybe another like love interest that could have been for him. Y'all just left him friend zone for 16 episodes. I mean, he just didn't stand a chance. Y'all didn't even give him a fighting chance. And I didn't appreciate that. So I was not Team Dosan because of this. And maybe I fully wasn't Team Director Han either. But I definitely felt like he was the underdog, and I felt like the writers did him dirty a little bit for his character. The only couple I was rooting for was Cho-san and Saha. I was rooting for them. First of all, her little and his little goofy self, I thought they would have been adorable together. That was the only couple I was rooting for. So when it was like basically going down that they was becoming a couple, I was here for it. I was here for it. I was like, well, I'll take the side couple being happy because I ain't really feeling this whole scenario with this little love triangle. And, you know, I don't know. It just, okay. Anyway, so moving on from that. Then who else did I need to talk about? I think I kind of covered it. You know, the grandma was going blind and it was sad. And, you know, the mom, their mom like went to live with the grandmom and helped the grandmom, which was really nice. And she should have did something nice because she was horrible to her son. And she was part of the reason why things happened the way they happened with him. And you got with a man who had money, but he treated you like crap. And I felt like you deserved it because that's what you get. Your daughter also deserved it because she went with you because she was all about, you know, getting money. And she even let herself be adopted and changed her last name to your new husband. And he basically was like, yeah, I adopted you, but my blood son, that's really who I'm rooting for. And he was playing you. So I ain't feel bad for you either. Got what you deserve. But I mean, I do like towards the end, you know, the sisters was becoming more sisterly, and, you know, the mom was really helping the grandmom, and, you know, they were becoming more like a family unit again. You know, that was cute, and I felt like that was a nice way to tie that up. But episode 16 was very, you know, it's these dramas, they'll do it. And I'll say this, but I'm still watching them. Just because sometimes you have a little complaint about something don't mean you ain't going to watch it, because I'm never giving up my Korean dramas. But, you know, sometimes they like rush the ending. And it was kind of like, okay, boom, 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 all this happened. Okay, now the company, so I guess whatever happened went well. And, you know, now it's pictures on the desk that these two is married. I was like, okay, so there's that. It was very lackluster. I felt like the ending was just like, And, you know, them walking down the hall, you know, them two holding hands. The sister walks in and joins them. And then Director Han comes on and joins them. You know, okay. And then, you know, Dosan finally said that the Director Han could, like, invest in the company because now he didn't feel like it was a handout. Boy, bye. That's what I wanted to say. Bye. But Dosan's parents, I loved his parents, just so you know. There are two actors that I really, really love, and they wasn't in it a ton, but I loved all their scenes because I just adore them as actors, and I thought they did a good job playing his parents. I think I kind of covered everybody, but I'm giving this like, wasn't bad. But I guess because you know, my little opinion about how the writers did Director Han dirty, it's getting 3 stars. I was going to give it 2 just to be petty, but I'm not going to be petty because I did enjoy, there was definitely parts that I enjoyed, and, you know, I did not hate it. So, Angel, don't be like that. Like, I'm telling myself, like, don't be like that. But in any event, I'm going to give it 3 stars. So, if you watched it, let me know what you thought. I'm pretty sure most people were Team Dosan. So if you're ready, you know, if you want to get in the comments and be like, girl, what? because I know my opinion is definitely an unpopular opinion. That's fine. So as always, let's create a dialogue in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, so this is, I'm ending it, letting you know, this was Startup, 16 episodes on Netflix. And this is Philly Pre giving it 3 stars. Okay. Until next time, guys. Bye.